there, guys, and welcome to another episode of Catching Up with Crypto, covering this last week of February. So you should have received your Chainx newsletter by now. This is what it looks like. And here they just sharing some info for the last week in crypto. Now you can see behind me, I've got green lights. The last time we were together on a community call, the lights were red. Things weren't going that well. Not that things are going that well in the world at the moment, but we are seeing some green in the markets, right? So here they just mentioned to us that you can earn 3.5% annually with BTC on or using the Chainx Earn portal. Guys, if you haven't checked it out, go into your Chainx account, log in there and have a look at the Earn portal. If you don't know what the Earn portal is, please go and click on the link that says learn more, because not only can you earn 3.5% annually from holding your Bitcoin, but you can also earn up to 8% annually using a stable coin. So please go and check that out. Click on that. I'm actually going to just open that as I go through so you can see where that takes you to. Right, then let's just go and have a look at the markets before I go on to the next bit of news. So I usually go to CoinMarketCap, and here I just want to see, tokens that have been recently added. I can see, how many cryptos are out there. There's over 17,800 cryptos out there. I mean, that's a lot of crypto. What's interesting is that the global crypto market cap is now sitting at over $1.8 trillion. And in the last 24 hours, we've had a 3.8% increase. Now, considering what's happening in the world, have a look at this. You'll see the trending coins, just the top three: Solana, Harmony One, and Bitcoin. And as you look through the market, as you can see as I'm scrolling through here, what are we seeing? We are seeing a sea of what's behind me. We are seeing a sea of green. Bitcoin going up by 5%, Ethereum 2%, BNB 3%. Luna 11%, Cardano 5%, Solana 9%. Okay, so we can see the overall color in the market is green. So people are beginning to feel a lot more positive, and there is a reason for that. All right, so I'm going to share that with you. Going back to our newsletter, and remember I clicked on this learn more icon, right? I clicked on that link, and this is where it takes me to. It takes me straight to the Chainx Earn portal, where I can learn more. And there we go, about the fact if I'm holding USDT in that Earn portal, a minimum amount of 10, I can earn 8% annually on that just by holding it. Okay, so that's passive earnings. And with Bitcoin, it's 3.5%. So guys, do go and check that out. Right, then we're talking about what's happening in the world. And if you go to most of the headlines out there when it comes to the crypto news, you can see them talking about Russia and the Ukraine. So there, Russia's talking about seizing retail deposits if sanctions continue. The EU's talking about removing Russian banks from SWIFT cross-border networks. But on the other hand, the Ukraine's talking about accepting Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDT donations amid the ongoing war, right? I'm talking also about Ethereum getting certain signals that traders would call potentially bullish, right? So this is why it is important to read and understand and try to make sense of all the news that is coming out, so that you know what to do and when to do it. Let's go have a look at some of the other ones. The US shutters embassy in Belarus amid Russia-Ukraine peace talks. So guys, what's happening here is the following. We know that there's war, right? Terrible thing, and we do offer our prayers for all those in the Ukraine to keep them safe. Now, with everything that's happening, you're obviously going to have, the world putting sanctions on Russia. What other option do Russians have? And it's important to understand this, because this is usually, in my opinion, one of the reasons why the markets are going green. Because people are seeing, I don't want to say for the first time, but they are seeing what Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are all about. I was reading one tweet where a guy said he had to leave the Ukraine and all he had was Bitcoin, Ethereum, and NFTs. And he said, thank God for that, because he could leave the country but still access his funds wherever he was. So one of the main characteristics of Bitcoin that I've always spoken about is the fact that it is censorship resistant, which means when the banks want to close and they want to, shut your accounts down, Bitcoin and cryptos can be moved anywhere and they are not limited to a particular country or border. So I can move out of the Ukraine somewhere else and still, just with an internet connection, be able to access all of my crypto and withdraw it into a currency of my choice. And this is why the country is saying, listen, while everything else is going haywire, if you want to send donations, send it in these cryptos, because we know what they can do. We know how they can be accessed. We know it's easy for people to do that, right? And it's not limited to, certain banks or certain times or any of those normal restrictions that are out there. Right, so if you do want to get hold of some crypto, click on the link there, sign up to Chainx, and you'll be able to buy some crypto. Now, they were also talking about the mining power behind Bitcoin and just mentioning that the mining difficulty was expected to jump higher in the last couple of days. There they mentioned to us that the processing power behind the Bitcoin network has actually dropped 30% since its all-time high on February the 15th. I saw something interesting here. They were saying here, currently the top Bitcoin mining pool. In other words, the biggest company that's mining the largest amount of Bitcoin at the moment over the last 3 days is Foundry USA, with 20% of the global hash rate, and finding 79 block rewards. Now, if you'll remember what a block reward is, a block reward is 6.25 Bitcoins at the moment. So if they find in 79 Bitcoins or 79 block rewards, that is 6.25 Bitcoins times 79. You do the math. You do the math on that. All right. So if you want to buy Bitcoin and hold it, click on the link and Chainx will help you with that. And then they do mention a bit more on Bitcoin and Ethereum, with one analyst saying, Bitcoin and Ethereum is still very much in its early days of adoption, and they're still expecting it to do a lot, and BNB in the upcoming future. And again, if you want to learn more about Chainx coins, you can just click on the link there. What's interesting is the last time I spoke about Shiba Inu, and we've seen in the last couple of days that over 150 million coins have been burned, which means they are taken out of circulation. This then means of the, I think it was 1 quadrillion coins, there was already one of these burns. But every time one of these burns takes place, it means that even though there was 1 quadrillion coins to begin with, this certain amount, in fact, here now, this 150 plus million, has been taken out of circulation permanently. It can't be brought back. Whenever there's a burn, you have those coins taken out of circulation, which means there's less in circulation, which should then mean logically that the price would move up. Again, guys, there must be proper utility behind the coin. And if there is, then yes, it will definitely make a good move going forward. So yeah, then they just continue talking about some of the new coins. We know Chainx's new coin, its own coin, is going to be coming out soon. But Chainx has already got its own stable coin, and you can go and click on the blog there, which has always got lovely up-to-date info for you to learn more about that. There's another link to the Earn portal and the different order types on Chainx. So if you're not sure how to use them, click on those links, guys. Use them. And then lastly, one of the big things, please be aware of scammers. Chainx will never ask you for money. Chainx will never ask you for your crypto addresses or for your crypto. Okay. So please, when people are pretending to be from Chainx and, wanting to chat to you and things like that, be aware. Okay. We've got our support Telegram group. Use that to find out if it's legit or not. Take a screenshot, throw it into the group and ask someone. All right. We're all there to help you. They give us, again, as usual, some price analysis for those who are very technical on that. A lot of good info around that. They chat a bit about the relative strength index and then also the fear greed index. Now, this is a bit weird because even though we're talking about extreme fear, look what the markets are doing. Okay, so this is why it is important to get your info from a number of sources, put it together, consolidate the whole thing so that you have a good idea of what to do. Right, and I think that's about it. Yes, just remember this: extreme fear can be a sign that even investors are worried. But this could be a buying opportunity. When investors are getting too greedy, it means that the market is due for a correction. So just bear those things in mind. But anyway, guys, that's all from me for this week. Hope you're having a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week on another episode of Catching Up with Crypto.